Hi, everyone. So I'm in a car. Garrett, my husband, wanted to go to a networking event, and I want to support him, but I said I will do it. However, I have to post a video every day. Have to post something. So can I do it in the car? He said, sure. So here I am in the car, and I get to go, woohoo, to the British Bulldog pub after this. Probably will not have beer. I'm a wine drinker, as you all know from seeing my evening rosé gardening videos. So I do like a rosé. Actually, I like all wine. It feels good and it's fun. Okay, so I just wanted to ask you a question. And the question is, I wrote it down. I gotta look. Is not feeling good enough holding you back from your dream? Powerful question. And the reason I'm saying that, because that's what happened to me. I had a lot of big dreams. I wanted to be a florist. I wanted to own a coffee shop. This was back in my 20s. All these cool things. And then when I got to be a florist, and I want to say that didn't happen overnight because I was holding myself back. But when I was kind of pushed into opening a florist because I went into debt with a small business loan. So it was like, oh my gosh, I've got to do this. But once I was a florist, I really held myself back in my business. And there were a lot of mentors and really cool designers that I wanted to know. And I didn't get to meet them until now. Till in my 40s. It's like I waited so long and I could have been doing so many cool things. I was so intimidated just by everyone thinking, oh my gosh, everyone's better than me. I don't know enough. I'm not good enough. And and I still catch myself doing that. And you got to be really conscious of if you're letting yourself go down that path, because guess what? There is someone better than you. Shocker, I know, but there's going to be someone that's better than you in faster than you than making a bouquet. There's going to be someone that's like an expert in color design. There's going to be someone that knows every single Latin word of every type of flower. This is true. This is going to happen. You are going to run into people that are better than you. Your entire life is going to happen. But guess what? You don't have to give a bleep, because you are you, and you are special, and you have your own gifts. And it's taken me too many years. Don't even want to count it. Just too many years to figure that out. And I want to save you from the heartache of that. But yeah, when I spent 7 years working on a business plan. I should have just served coffee. Looking back, I wanted to do a coffee shop originally. And looking back, I'm like, I should have just served free coffee on the side of the road for a little bit and gotten to know people. And you know what? Then I could have opened a shop, and you know what? They would have become regulars. There are so many ways where you don't have to wait for money. And I was waiting for money as an excuse. I spent 7 years just dreaming my life away. I literally would just, every night that I came home from my job, I would go down I would look in my my notebooks. I had all these notebooks, and I would write down, and I would do logos. I would draw logos all day, logo after logo. And I came up with some really cool logos. And, but they never happened because I never opened a florist. I also came up with, how many coffees, and how am I going to do this? And, what color are the walls going to be? I got so caught up in the content of every little thing, and I got caught up in it because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe I could do it. And I don't want that to happen to you. If you have a dream, go ahead and try it. Go ahead. Why didn't I work at a coffee house? Gosh, go ahead and work at a coffee house. I didn't get out there because I thought I'm not good enough. And then same thing with the florist. I luckily got a loan for a florist. And at the time it happened because the government was able to fund, and they were feeling generous, I guess. And so and being a woman, that helped too. So I was fortunate enough to get a loan. And so I was thrown into opening a florist, but I felt so insecure. I didn't go out. I didn't try to meet anyone. So just slowly, very, very slowly did my business build. And it built on connections because people liked me, and people are going to love you. They absolutely are. There's no reason they're not. You're very lovable. You're likable. You know that, and your friends know that. They tell you that all the time. And if they don't, they're not a good friend. They're not worth having around, because you are, and you have some amazing gifts. And if you have this dream and a desire to do anything, maybe it's to go to Puerto Rico, maybe it's to just throw a crazy audacious party. And then just when you think that thought and you think, hey, I'm dreaming about this, think about all the things. Just listen. Listen to that little voice in your head that starts saying, now's not a good time. It costs too much money. No one will come. I don't know how it's all going to work out. We can't, it's going to take too much time to work on. Da, 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 da. It goes on and on and on. I know, because it happens to me all the time. It happened to me. There's all these floral conventions and all these things you can do in the florist business to be a part of a community. And I didn't take advantage of it for a long time. I thought, gosh, that just sounds so intimidating, and I know they're really good. These designers are really awesome. There's no way, they're just going to laugh at me and think I'm crazy. So finally, I think it was about 8 years after being in business, finally my husband said, you know what, you should go ahead and do that. And I was like, whoa, me be a part of that? Wow, be part of a design community? I don't know. But I was like, okay, sounds kind of exciting. So I did it, and I went to my first international convention, and I met the most wonderful, sensitive, caring people. I was really shocked. I thought everyone would be hoity-toity and snobby and think, oh, their work's better than mine. And no, they love to talk about design. We'd walk around a city. It was Washington, D.C. We'd walk around and look at the architecture. I don't know about you, but there's not many of my friends locally that really enjoy talking about design or color, architecture, or even business. You know, I can't really share a lot of the woes and the crazy things that go on because it's unrelatable. Even to my husband, I love to geek out on design and flowers and all that fun stuff. And I found a group where we could just walking down the street, going to dinner, we could talk about all those crazy things. And that group is out there. It's just so awesome. I'm like in heaven now because I have that group. And then at work, I'm not intimidated by my employees anymore. I used to think that, wow, I have to know everything. And if I don't know everything, then they're going to leave. Well, guess what? That's not true. I now have true friends that I work with. They work for me, but really we're a partnership, and it's awesome. And it's so cool. And I learned the hard way, but the big thing is follow your dream, because there are people that are better than you at some things, and there's people that aren't as good as you at a lot of things as well. And you just be authentic, be yourself, and you're going to get there. And you know what is more better? My mom is cringing right now. What's better than getting there is just that confidence, knowing that I'm going to follow my dream in everything. Like I said, throwing a party, wearing a crazy wig, just doing odd things. It's that an odd meaning what maybe the public perceives as odd. I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to worry about it, because it makes me feel like a great person. It makes me feel like myself, like I'm in my own skin, and it's a shocker, because guess what? Nothing happens. The world doesn't end. Nothing crashes down, and people actually enjoy it. At one convention, it was a Paris theme. The dinner, they had this gala dinner, and it was Paris theme. So I dressed up as Marie Antoinette. There were 2 or 3 others that did as well, but my costume was banging. It was so cool. I had this big white, wig, and I had these lips it was this checkerboard pattern that you It's like a sticky tattoo, and it attaches to your lips, and it matched my checkerboard mask. And then I took it was a skimpy Marie Antoinette outfit, so I added all these feathers and all this tulle to just make it real full and fluffy. And I had so much fun, and I had so many comments, and everyone wanted to dance with me on the dance floor. And I'm a shy person, and I'm definitely more of an introvert. And it was so much fun to step outside of my comfort zone and be someone else and just have a blast. And instead of being laughed at, people were actually having fun. People wanted to have their pictures taken with me. It was crazy. It was awesome. I loved it. So I'm going to leave you with that Marie Antoinette image, because that was really, really a cool time. And I'm going to remember that as I go into this British pub. And I'm going to live my dream in there and not get too crazy, but have a good time talking to people and being myself. Okay. I hope that was inspiring for you today, and I want you to be not only inspired, but I want you to take action and follow your dream as well. Okay, bye for now.